Hi guys, I wanted to show you something interesting and scary at the same time. This is venturesky.com, and you can go here and you can look at like the weather patterns from temperature to the precipitation, thunderstorms. At the moment I'm on wind speed and I'm using the GFS model, and over here we have the wind speed. Obviously the darker the circle, the stronger the wind speed, so you're looking 140 kilometers per hour and above. This is Hurricane Irma. This was on the 1st of September 2017. Now I'm just going to keep going forward. So there she's moving on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And by now we know the path, obviously. She tracked across the Caribbean, as they're shown here. And right here we have Hurricane Jose following up behind Irma there. So Irma, she went across Cuba and then took a sharp turn up towards Florida, and Jose seems to be kind of dissipating in the middle of the Atlantic, and seems to be kind of turning back out into the middle. And then we're on today. Moving forward, tomorrow you'll see that Hurricane Jose gets stronger, and I think by the end of the weekend or the beginning of next week, they're going to start talking about Hurricane Jose heading up the east coast towards New York. That has already been said a lot of times on the internet, and a lot of people have already covered it. But what I'm looking at now is we're now on the 17th of September, and you've got a strong hurricane coming off the Pacific in Mexico, and you've got Hurricane Jose over here. Seems to be another hurricane over here, but I think that one kind of dissipates after a while. So now we move on to the 18th. As you can see, Hurricane Jose is quite strong now, um, very dark red in the center, so that's 140 kilometers per hour plus. Looking at category 3, 4, 5 maybe. We're going to the 19th, gets closer to New York, the eye gets bigger, so it's not going to be small. But then it seems on the 21st, so on the 20th, it's kind of like right off the coast of New York, and probably according to this model, there's not going to be a direct hit on New York, but judging from the wind speeds off the coast, there may be a possibility for storm surge. Looking at the actual wave levels during this hurricane, it will be probably around 6 meters plus, and I don't know how that's going to affect people living on the, near the coast with elevation and wave height and tidal, whether it's a high tide or a low tide, all that stuff needs to be factored in. So I'm not sure exactly whether a storm surge is a possibility for New York, but it doesn't appear that Hurricane Jose hits New York directly. But then we move on to the 21st of September, and it seems to be kind of fizzling out. What's interesting and scary is we have another hurricane, and if they're going by the hurricane names, this one should be called Hurricane Lee, and it's coming out of the Caribbean, and it will cross straight across, as you see here on the 22nd. So it goes straight across the Caribbean islands, and what it seems up here, we've got Hurricane Jose seems to be looping back around. So it sort of heads back out, it's come all the way up here, and then come back around here, and then we've got what I'm calling Hurricane Lee. That may not be its name. but it seems to be crossing the Caribbean, heading towards the east coast as well. And then on the 24th, we've got what I'm calling Hurricane Lee, again in the same position as like kind of where Irma was, and like Hurricane Jose or Jose was. And I don't know where this one's going to go after the 24th. According to this model, if we're following the wind speeds, it seems that it's going to be pushed towards the lower half of the east coast, maybe across Florida again. And then if we just go back for a second to the 20th, and we see, we'll just watch it until the 24th. So on the 21st, Hurricane Lee coming out of the Caribbean, Hurricane Jose looping back around. 22nd now. Jose strengthening again. And Hurricane Lee, they seem to be meeting, like they're heading in the same kind of direction. So I just wanted to put this up and let people go onto this website, have a look. There's probably other websites out there as well that you can look at these kind of models, but I'm just aware that the news isn't really talking about Jose at the moment because they're focusing on the aftermath of Hurricane Irma, and also probably don't want to cause mass panic. It does seem that this is very unusual to have a hurricane hit Texas with Hurricane Harvey, and then a hurricane hit Florida with Hurricane Irma, and then another hurricane which either does hit New York if this model is wrong, or comes off the coast of New York and then loops back around. Who knows? It might come back into New York again for a direct hit this time. And then you've got this new hurricane off the coast, and who knows what that's going to do. That could loop back round, that could head straight up the east coast, that could go straight across into um, what's this area? You know the area. So yeah, all I'm going to say, guys, is just keep your eyes open. Go to this website, Venture Sky, or find another website and check out the weather patterns there. What's going on is strange, and I hope that this model is wrong. But if it's right, then there's some more category 4 to 5 hurricanes heading straight for the east coast.